Hello and welcome back to our home to Haven. I'm going to be giving you a very short garden tour. Our garden is not huge, our vegetable garden is not huge for right now because we don't have time between both of our jobs to sustain a larger garden. So we just grow what we can eat seasonally for the summer, and then a little bit of what we can save from our harvest, like tomatoes, where we can because that's a big part of ours, and then some peppers that we can as well, or eat those. So here's a little bit of our garden tour, what we have. So where we are currently is our tiny little pepper garden. I didn't really think this one through. So right here we have our peppers, and if you can see, there are 4 different types of peppers. Actually, you might not be able to. And what we have here these are Jimmy Nardellos. I actually had to pull 2 peppers off of the vine already because I wanted it to get a little stronger in the roots. These are 2 Jimmy Nardellos, and then these are Carmen Sweets. And then the next set over here, those are Habanados, and at the very end, those are Cornito Arancia F1s. And I believe that those are a hybrid, and I had a hard time getting those to grow. So I'm lucky I got those 2. Okay, so up next we have 4 of these are San Marzanos. They're already setting fruit. This is really exciting. And in here I had peas, just to get a little bit of nitrogen in there, and I'm gonna pull these out. This is a plant that must have missed it. So the original reaping, when I came through and pulled those, this is the bit underneath it. This actually used to be a pumpkin trellis. So this year I'm doing tomatoes. And then on this side, we have our, these are loofahs. So as you can see, and I have a bit of cleaning to do back here. These are loofahs. I have 4 loofahs. Like I said, I'm hoping to have enough to not have to grow them for 1 year and then use this space for something else. And then this is sorrel. I've heard this is a good little green leaf to have. This is a volunteer, I think, watermelon. And then here's some more of the loofah. Oh, and this one's climbing up. So I'm hoping once it starts to heat up, this guy will really just take hold. So I gotta do a little bit of cleaning up in here. What we have here is our cucumber patch. And this is China Jade. I have actually never seen, I don't remember these leaves being this incredibly large. So maybe it's just me. And then I also have onions on the other side of this fence. Last year we had tomatoes here. They didn't do too terribly good, but I don't know, I have roses over there, so I don't know, maybe some of the disease may have transferred over, so we'll see. So this is China Jade. I have 2. This one doesn't seem to be doing very well because there's a lot of pressure from this, I think it's called wild spinach. I don't know, it's taking over my garden. So, and then once this is tall enough, I'm going to train this up the vine. I have 2 of those, and then I have, these are, let's see, straight 8s. I think these are just a slicing cucumber. So we'll move down a little bit further. So on the other side over here is, let's see, we have bait alpha over here. Look at how big these are. These are doing so amazing. I have 4 of these, and these are almost tall enough to train. Actually, these grew today. I checked these this morning. Bait alpha, and then these are pickling cucumbers right here. So they can almost reach. So, and then this, I believe, is, oh gosh, I can't remember. It was something forage. So this is borage. And then we also have onions on the other side over there. So we're walking around our garden. This is our raspberry patch. I'm waiting for our raspberries to come in though. So I think there is some flowers in here. And I think we might have a couple of flowers in here. So more so on the other side down there if you can see. Okay, over here we have some cucamelons, and I'm hoping to get these to grow up to here. I don't know if they're gonna do any good. So I have 2 cucamelons, and boy, this place really needs weeded. And then right here, these are zucchinis. I think this is 1 zucchini, and then I have a yellow summer squash called cube of butter. And then this is my flowering or gone to seed parsley, and I'm just gonna let it go. And then we also have our dragon tongue beans. So I'm quite excited by these. My neighbors love beans too, so they're gonna let me try these out to see if they taste good. So I just planted these just to see. I was originally not gonna put anything here, but I decided to just stick these in here in the ground, see how they did. All right, now we are on our way over to the other set of tomatoes that we have. So this is another patch of tomatoes. As you can see, these already has fruit setting on it. And then this is kale. I just haven't cut it out yet. And I believe this is a tomato. I can't remember which one it is. It's either Dr. Wychee or it's some more of these San Marzanos. And I need to get some tomato cages for these. And then we have another tomato right over here in a cage. And then one over here. And I need to go through and take some of the dead leaves off to make sure that they are not going to transfer any diseases. And then here's one more, actually 3 more. I need to go and pull this because it's taking up space. But here is another tomato plant. And then, oh boy, yep, I need to go through and pull any of the dead. And then this is another tomato plant. I think this is Dr. Wychee. I can't be sure, but this one looks a little variegated, so I don't know. And then the 3rd one, or 4th one back there, so. And then these are all brassicas. They're not doing anything, and I can't be sure exactly what they are. So I think I'm just gonna pull them anyways. So I decided to come back out this morning because I kind of rushed through the other video of this and people were watching, and then I get embarrassed. So this is my raised bed, one of my first raised beds that I put in my garden. This year it's being dedicated to carrots and peas, and then whatever this is. So I have carrots right here. These are, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of these. But right here, these are Danver half-longs, and these are actually a free gift from my Baker Creek order, which is amazing because I was actually thinking about getting those next, so that was exciting for me. And these are no, not Danvers. I'll put these in the description, or in a little box right here. I'm gonna go ding. But we have Danvers right here. I gotta keep these moist because it looks like this stayed moist, but this is all dry. Maybe it's the greenery keeping it wet. So I got to come out here and water this after this is done. And then we have some green beans. These are pole green beans. I believe these are Seychelles. So I thought these would grow up this trellis right here and be pretty because this trellis is beautiful when there are things growing up it. So this is this bed over here. And then let me take you to the other bed. All right, so this is my second raised bed. I have a third one over there, and it's got my herbs in it, and I will show you that in a minute. But these are my spicy peppers. I've learned my lesson, and I have separated spicy from sweet. Actually, it wasn't a lesson. I forgot to label them correctly, or they got mislabeled somehow. Anyways, lesson learned. The sweet peppers are on the other side of my garden. It may not be far enough away, but these are called Sugar Rush peach peppers, and they're supposed to have the heat in between a habanero and a jalapeno. So we'll see. These are for my husband, and then these are jalapeno because I can't do without jalapeno. We love salsa, and I just love the flavor of jalapeno. There's 3. There's actually 1 inside that mess. And then back here we have cayenne peppers. We have 2 cayennes. I'm gonna make some cayenne pepper powder. And then this is the massive pea bush. So I'm gonna tear this down or cut this out in a little bit as soon as it heats up, probably the end of this week when it starts to get too hot. But this thing is giving us so many peas. I love, these are Sugar Daddy. Absolutely love these. So we're gonna get as many as we can off of here for this week and then give the soil back to these peppers. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining along. Actually, I'm gonna come over here and reshoot these as well. It might be a little difficult to see, but it's better because I weeded it last night. These 2 right here, these are cucamelon plants, and this is the first year that they've actually grown even this big. So I'm kind of excited for these. And then this right here, this is zucchini right here, and I believe over there, focus. So these 2 are zucchinis, if you can see, right here. These are zucchinis, of course you can see that, and I need to clean this off. And then that might be a cube of butter, these 2. So, and then this is our parsley that I let go to seed. So this is my little garden. And then right over here we have some beans. These are called dragon tongue, and they're purple and yellow, so they say. So I'm really excited for these. I said I wasn't gonna plant anything here, but I did anyways, so we'll see. Thank you for joining me on this weirdly videoed tour of my garden, and thank you for sticking with my bedhead. I had to get all this morning shooting done while my daughter was still asleep, so I hope to see you next time.